Okay, are you ready to make a really fun summer craft? We are going to make a ladybug. And saw this on, I think, Pinterest. It's not my original idea. I saw something similar, and I cannot for the life of me remember who did it. So I apologize. I can't give credit to who deserves it. But I just thought I would do my take on it. So I had this wood spoon that I got at a thrift store. So I'm just painting one side and drying it, and then I'll turn it over and paint the other side. Just using acrylic paints today, red and black. And I'm also using this 3-inch round circle, and I'm painting it just basic red. Just using a makeup sponge to paint it. And I'm going to cut this in half, and this is going to be the ladybug wings. And I first envisioned little black dots on it, and I couldn't find a big enough, paintbrush end or stylus or anything to make the dots. And so then I thought I will just use one of my decorative stencils. And so in a minute here, I'll show you what I mean. So just giving that a good dry, and there's that decorative stencil. And so I'm placing it on there just where I need it to be. There's a piece of plastic in the way, so I had to move it. And I'm just going to get a tiny bit of paint on my foam dauber, and then even dab that little bit onto the paper towel, and just pounce up and down on the design, placing the design all over the red circle. So you just have very little on your on your sponge brush, and just pounce up and down until the whole thing is covered. And that's how it turned out. So cute. So I'm going to dry that with my heating tool. So now I'm just kind of drawing a line down the middle of it with my ruler, not necessarily drawing, but using my ruler as a straight edge, and just using a box cutter to just kind of cut down the middle. So now I'm just going to use my little mini sander, sand all the edges, smooth the edge where it was cut in half, but also distress all the edges. And these are going to be the ladybug wings, and I think they turned out so pretty. And there was a little hole in the top because it was to be an ornament initially, so I did some extra staining there. And then I have this tiny little wood biscuit, just a teeny tiny one. So I painted that black, excuse me. Now I'm sanding the edges around. That's going to be the head, and just giving it 2 white dots for the eyeballs. Now I'm just trying to decide where to lay those, and I'm going to glue one on at a time. So I glue this first one on, and then get it where it needs to be, and then I get ready to glue the second one on, and I drop it on top of this one. And so I get glue all over that one. And I've learned when this happens to wait till the glue is completely dry and set up. And then once it was dry and set up, then I was able to use my little blade and just kind of slice it off, and it came up perfectly. So I lucked out. So now I'm just placing his little head above the wings. Cute, cute, cute. Now this is paper covered floral wire that I got on Amazon. The link will be below the video. So I'm just cutting off a couple little pieces. First I was going to fold it in a V and keep them together, but I decided to do the 2 antennae separately. So now I'm just bending them around the end of a needle nose and just position him the way I want his little antenna to be, and trying to get the second one like it, just like it. As soon as I get those positioned just right, I'm just going to hot glue them on there. And I don't put a lot on because I didn't want the glue to show. I just put enough to glue him above his little head. And there's our ladybug. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to have some of this red and white wired ribbon. So I'm just getting enough to do an awareness bow, where you put it in the position of an awareness bow and then you scrunch the center of it. And then you just get some twine and tie it in the middle. Then I tied it in a knot in the back, then cut off the extra pieces. So now I'm just going to fluff it and put the tails in the position I want and need them. Then I'm going to glue that onto the top of the handle. And I could have left it like that because I think it's darling, but I still wanted more. So first I wasn't sure how I was going to do it. First I was thinking I would put red and black buffalo check ribbon together. But before I did that, I decided I had a package of these Christmas beads that I bought last year on clearance. So I decided to use this red cord, and I'm just going to put a white and a red one on each end and tie a knot on each end. And glue that in the center of that red bow. So I'm just first trying to decide how long I want them to hang. Then I'll glue that on. So I just hold that in place until the glue sets up. And like I said, first I was thinking I would have a couple pieces of the black and one of the red and tie a bow together like that. But the more I played around with it, I decided not to do it that way, and I just put a black bow. But first I put a little bit of twine loops behind it. So right now you can see I'm just struggling with the bow, and I even get it tied up and just about ready to go, and decided that that's not the route I wanted to go. So actually I probably should have taken this part of the video out because I'm not even going to use this bow that I'm making right now. So I opted to get some thin little twine and make some about 3 loops on each side. And I glue that right on the center of the red bow. And then I end up just tying a regular shoestring bow. Get it all fluffed and straight and the way I want it, and then I trim the tails and glue that on top of the twine bow. So I'm just making layers of bows. So I'm almost done. Decided it need a little bit of greenery. So these are some greenery little pieces I've cut off of a boxwood pick that I get at Walmart. I really like these greenery leaves. They just really finish off projects. So now I printed off these tags. I have a whole bunch of tags, and this one just says hello. So I'm just distressing all the edges with my Tim Holtz oxide. Just putting a little dab of glue, and I'm going to kind of slip that under the twine. And then that is it. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I can see this sitting on a tiered tray or just hanging on a shelf. And I hope it inspires you to make something similar. I think it'd be cute with done in bees. It would be really, really cute too. So anyway, thank you for watching. And please like and subscribe. And you have a whimsical day. Thanks so much.